What's up, Scorpio? I'm Chris. Welcome to your February Tarot Scope. So let's jump into this, but before we do, just quick announcements. I'm shutting down my Etsy shop where I sell readings at the end of the month to move over to a brand new website. So all my inventory right now of readings is marked down on sale, super affordable. So if you want to check one of those out, go ahead, and that's in the description below. As well as offering mini love readings for the month of February if you're interested in seeing what you've got going on for you in your love lives coming up. Also PayPal donations if you get something out of this channel, if you love these videos and find them useful. People have been sending donations to help the channel running, and I really appreciate those. Those have been like really just making me feel so great. That's in the description as well. And Instagram, go ahead and follow me there. I have a lot of tarot related content, some personal stuff coming up, announcements of when I'm doing readings, all that kind of thing. So go ahead and follow me there as well. Also, I'm going to be playing music here, just because there's a little bit of ambient noise in my neighborhood. So if it's too loud or anything, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to make it better for next time. All right, Scorpio, so I was meditating on your sign right now, right? And what I feel like is coming up for you guys in February is like a lot of passion for life, right? It feels like there's been this sort of wild nature with Scorpio that for a long time has been kind of repressed rather, been a little buried within. And I think February sees you guys wanting to come out of that little shell, wanting to come out of that little dark cocoon from underneath that rock and kind of just show your dazzling selves off in the world. You know, Scorpio, one of the phrases that came to me while I was thinking about you guys as I was meditating was gods amongst gods. And I think that's really important theme for you guys for February. You know, Hades is the god of the underworld, Pluto representing you guys, ruling you, right? And sometimes being down in the dark underworld, I think you forget that there's this whole world of gods up there and that you are part of it, right? You have a very important job. You are just as powerful and maybe even more powerful, have more responsibility or stronger even than some of those other gods. So Scorpio, this month is a time to remind yourself of your greatness, to remind yourself of your power, to remind yourself of how dope you are and how prestigious you are, right? You are a god amongst gods. And bringing wonder, bringing excitement back to life this month, right? So here we go, first card out, central situation, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is kind of exactly on the note of what I was saying about, or not what I was saying, but what I wrote in my notes, that there's this desire for Scorpio, like to have, like there's a restoration of sense of self, there's a restoration of sense of power and like of your greatness. And I think right now what's happening is that you kind of want your outside world to match kind of how you're feeling on the inside. With the Ace of Pentacles coming up in your central situation, guys, you're ready to like really plant seeds for the future. I think for a lot of you guys, there's going to be bigger opportunities when it comes to your job, when it comes to career and finances. I think the month of February is going to see growth in some regards. So whether that's a brand new job, a new source of income, you know, maybe it's just that, you know, you're doing your taxes in February and so now you have this big flow of income. But the thing with that is that what that money translates to is the stuff that's going to make you feel like you're showing up in the world as your best self. That might be a new fitness regime, right? Working out and losing weight and feeling great about yourself, right? This could be just buying new clothes. This could be investing in something. This could be saving, right? No matter what it is, Scorpio, I think the month of February is going to see your career and your business like on fire, and I think it's gonna see you making a lot of money, and I think you're gonna see more than anything that money be put to use in things that are meaningful to you, to things that actually bring your life into this place where you feel an excitement for life, you feel a joy around life. That could be going on a vacation, that could be whatever it is that makes you just kind of feel yourself. The month of February has your money like helping you to feel yourself. And you see what I'm saying here? Another pentacle here in the ideal. So we have the Eight of Pentacles now. Meaning, everything I was just saying about your money bringing meaning, your money bringing purpose, what you do for a living, feeding your passions, feeding your desires, feeding your bigger dreams. I said this with Pisces, and I think there's something similar with Scorpio, but in a different way. Like I said, Pisces has like stars in their eyes. And Pisces does that with like their dreaminess, right? The stars in your eyes. But I think a Scorpio like is stardust. It is like your whole being is dazzling, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because it's just like a renewed sense of purpose, a renewed sense of drive, a renewed sense of, you know, I'm the shit and I should have more, I should be more, I should be doing more. So Scorpio, in addition to a lot of money, I think a lot of creativity, I think a lot of growth, upward momentum in the month of February. I think that you're going to be reaching to the stars. I think you're going to not feel limited by the circumstances that you've been in. You know what I said about Hades coming out of the underworld? It's coming out of this brooding, coming out of this sense of being less than, or of not having the world really validating all the greatness that you have available to you. And in February, what you're working towards is that greatness, right? Is that meaning to what you're doing? Is that structure to all the hard work you've been doing? Because I think there's a lot of hard work that's been happening here. I think that you guys have been making a lot of sacrifices, and I think that you guys have been you know, just putting your head down and working through those hard, difficult emotions, and maybe ignoring things a little bit just to like get yourself in a positive place materially and financially. And I think this month sees you guys moving forward with that. So now we have the King of Pentacles. So guys, so far in our reading here, 3 cards out, all of them about money, all of them about your material well-being. And now think about it this way, right? If you're someone who's turned off by the idea of materialism, the King of Pentacles is somebody who is a provider. He uses his ability to manifest, which is a bomb-ass Scorpio trait, to manifest whatever you can think of, right? To bring it into being. The King of Pentacles is the master of manifestation in the material world. So using this power, using this influence to actually push yourself into a place that is more emotionally fulfilling, where you feel proud of, you've been feeling proud, I think, of the work you've been doing, Scorpio. I think you've been proud of the progress you've been making. I think that you are feeling like you're providing for your family. You're feeling like you're killing it at work. You're feeling like you can see like your savings accounts growing a little bit, right? And if you're a Scorpio who's sitting there being broke and like mad at me for saying this, I just think that there's an overall general sense of improvement and a general sense of greater organization and greater drive and persistence with you guys. The King of Pentacles is here to say like, what I've been creating has meaning and purpose. What I've been building has meaning and purpose. It's something I can share. This is very much in line with the Scorpio tendency to have a focus on legacy and what you're leaving behind and what you're creating for your loved ones. Being really grounded in your power, like I don't think you need me to tell you that you've been working your asses off. I don't think you need me to tell you that you've been hustling and making sacrifices and putting away money and making strides in your career. But I think what's happening now with the King also, there's a sense of almost completion, right? So we have the work, and now we have this mastery of this. We have this groundedness in your material world, in your career and finances. Things are going okay. And now what we're looking for is a little more, right? We're looking for not just the stability of earth, but you know, maybe the excitement of water, the mystery, the magic in life, right? The sense of wonder. And that's why I made the correlation between, you know, the sparkly stars in your eyes, right? Because that's what you're looking for now. That razzle-dazzle feeling of life, like being excited every day. Being excited to come home, being excited for like what you're looking forward to this weekend. Like there's a lot of drive to feel excitement. Look at all this power we have here, Scorpio. Now we have the Emperor. So 2 bosses at making shit happen. 2 bosses at creating the material world, of taking what you have available to you and building with it, right? Now, when I'm looking at this card though, with the Emperor, if you guys can see his face, right? Sometimes this guy is like super serious. And this is sort of what I feel like when Scorpio is in your feelings, right? You're killing the game, you're making strides, you're making progress, you're growing, you know, you've got your career under control, you got your money under control, you're feeling super powerful. You got your home life under control. Things are going well, but look at his face. He's not too happy, right? He doesn't look like there's pride. There's the sense of accomplishment you see in his face, right? Sense of knowing his worth that you see there. But there's also a sense of loneliness. And the Emperor, that's why we have the Empress card in the tarot. She's the counterpart to the Emperor in the sense that she has the power that the Emperor brings, but brings heart to it. So some of you guys might be feeling, we'll see what else comes out here, might be feeling a little lack in the love department. Like, so if things are going well in your relationship, or in the rest of your life, or even if your relationship is okay, it feels like it could use a little boost this month. It feels like it could use a little more excitement, a little vibrancy, a little more like, I feel like you guys need to turn up the notch on the sex a little bit too. If you're not in a relationship, this is like you're ready, right? You're ready for that other part of you. You've done the work, you've grown, you've hustled in your career. All that stuff is kind of okay, or it's like becoming okay. And now you want the other part. You want the affection, you want the intimacy. So with all this growth and like earthy energy, there is sort of a sense of, I don't want to say staleness because there's so much growth, but you know, almost like too steady, right? And with the Emperor, we have that fiery energy of Aries, your sister sign, right? Also ruled by Mars, or traditionally ruled by Mars. You guys are traditionally ruled by Mars, but now by Pluto. But it's still like that little bit of heat, that little bit of passion. And I think that's something I've seen in all the water signs so far this month is a return to passion, a return to excitement. This winter might have been a little tough in terms of like, you know, just putting your head down and not really worrying about like emotional things, not really worrying about excitement and passion. And now I think where we're going with this is movement towards excitement and passion. You see, it's like with the last quarter, the last quarter moon, you're moving to a place now, Scorpio, where the moon is almost full now. You're almost reaching a point where like what you've been doing, I think this has been coming up in the weekly readings too, like what you've been doing is not quite satisfying anymore. It's almost feeling as if you've hit like a plateau. Whether that's like some area of your life, right? So for some of you, that's going to be like your career is like kind of hitting a place where you don't feel the growth as much, right? You almost feel like you beat that level. Now you're ready for the next thing. Some of you in your relationships, you're going to feel like, okay, we've been together for a while and now I want some more excitement. Now I want more stimulation. I have the solidness down packed. We have a strong bond. But now what? Where's my happiness? Where's my pleasure? Where's my joy? And for some of you, that might mean that like some relationships are coming to an end. It just depends on where you are and where, this is a general reading, right? So for everybody, it's going to be a little different. But however you relate to this means that a chapter of your life is closing. And in a positive way, as in like you've kind of gone as far as you can go in a certain thing, right? And now you have to make the decision about what's next for you. What's next for what I see here, again, is I think this is what you're thinking of. This is coming up in the position of your ideals. Meaning, right? Not just working and killing the game, but having that game like sustain you emotionally. Now, even if that doesn't mean leaving a job, it means like your money doing something for you that makes you just happier, right? Where you can see it in action. This is something that came up with Pisces also. Not in this reading, but in the past, where there's a need to have meaning in what you do. And you guys are very deep people. You need to have meaning. What did I say about fresh starts? About something coming to a close? Now at the turning point of the spread, and I'll show you the cards when we're done, it kind of goes around in a circle, chronological order. So we're in the past and now we're hitting a turning point. And what's the turning point, Scorpio? The joie de vivre? Craving excitement? The Fool is the epitome of somebody who just ventures out into the world with nothing but intuition and passion and excitement. So right now, Scorpio, really ready for a fresh start. Things need to be reinvigorated. You need to give like a dose of adrenaline to the heart in February. Some of you might be like considering major moves. So whether that's like moving physically, location-wise, or changing careers. You know, nowadays we live in a world where sometimes it's really hard to get promoted, and your best chance of moving up in your career is just hopping to a different job. A lot of companies don't really hire from within as much, right? So if that's you, or promote from within as much. Some do, but you know, I think our generation has this thing of job hopping a little bit, right? Every couple of years going to a new job, but that's not a bad thing because you're moving to a higher position most of the time and moving to making more money. So Scorpio, February might be a time for you to career hop a little, to take your experience, to take your growth and your knowledge. Like I said about kind of hitting a level of mastery. The king is the top of the pentacles. There's nowhere else to go higher. The emperor is the pinnacle of society. There's nowhere else to go that's higher. You know what I mean? And then at the center of it, the Ace of Pentacles is a seed. And I love the way this is a row, and I'm going to show you guys when I point the camera down. But do you see these cards fell up right on top of each other? So do you see the correlation of what I've been saying between these three? Now looking for meaning, now looking for excitement, now looking for what's next. What's bigger and better. And then on this row too, completion, 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 mastery, old news. Powerful, sure, but needing a boost of energy, needing a dose of love and affection and excitement. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going and see what we have to look forward to in the rest of February, coming up the future part of the reading we're in now, right? And Scorpio, this is all good news. This is all good news. There's nothing, even though I you know, as a Gemini, I'm like, oh, this earth energy is like, oh, so heavy for me, right? And you guys do well with earth energies. Water signs do well with earth energy. But still, I understand Scorpio energy. I'm feeling Scorpio energy. And you guys need, my first note here in my meditation was wildness is hidden. That doesn't mean you have to go like running naked through the streets, but a jolt of energy, you know, the Uranus rules the Fool. And Uranus is that shake 'em up energy. It's that electrifying energy that gets things changing, gets things moving. So you want to talk about a jolt of energy, Scorpio. I want to talk about a dose of passion and excitement. You see, and now we have the Page of Cups. So ready not only for meaning and purpose, not ready for dreams to come true, right? You're in a space where now it's not just enough to work. Now it's not just enough to make a good income. Now it's about, like I said, with the legacy. What are you leaving behind? What are you creating? What are people gonna remember you for? Also, Scorpio, ready for like love and passion. The Page of Cups is the epitome of that young, like little heartsick person. That puppy dog love, right? Which sometimes isn't great for like the stability of a long-term relationship. You know, anybody who's dated knows that sometimes those exciting young loves, as exciting and passionate they are, like they don't make good partners in the long run. But for you, Scorpio, right now, that's what you need a little bit of. So if you guys have been looking for love, whether you're in a relationship or not, February sees like this stirring of passion, this stirring of romance, this again, this jolt to the system that brings excitement and love. And I just feel like so much nookie. Scorpio getting it on in February. If you guys have been sexually frustrated a little bit, you need to figure that out this month. And there's going to be opportunities too. And it's because that's where your attention is right now, right? Like I said, you guys are manifestors. Where you put your attention, things grow. So if you're putting your attention on romance, if you're putting your attention on your feelings, I think last month the theme of Scorpio's reading was to take care of your heart. And now if the heart's been tended to, now it's when you're ready to feel it. Now it's when you're ready to live. It's not about healing anymore. It's about being excited. Scorpio, I passion, passion, passion. Everything that I've been saying right now. The epitome of passion, the Ace of Wands, is pure, primal fire. I love the book that comes with this deck. You know, if anyone reads tarot, I know some people say not to read the books and to make your own interpretations, and that's fine. Especially if you know tarot for a while, like you don't have to like make up your own definitions. But I think that it's really important to understand each individual artist's take on the cards, right? Because if you're buying a deck because of an artist, they have their own ideas, they have their own interpretation. And I think that in addition to learning just the basic meanings or even your sense of the meanings, it's good to know what the artist intended when they made these cards. And so in the book, what I love about this card, the way they describe it, is that these leaves that are falling, they describe the Ace of Wands as trembling with passion. Trembling with passion. It's excitement. It's fire. And now look, we have this row across the bottom here. I mean, across the middle. These three cards side by side. Two aces, new beginnings, new starts, lots of energy, lots of future potential. So taking that earthy energy that we had in the King of Pentacles and now adding that Aries fire to it, that Mars fire. And then what do we get here? Going forward into February with new ideas. I think your creativity is going to be powerful. So whether that's artistic or not, creativity just in terms of, you know, you can be creative in your day-to-day life. You can be creative in how you dress. You can be creative in how you conceptualize your career. You can be creative in like how you care for your home. There's so many different ways to be creative. And I think February is going to see you guys with your creativity just like boiling over. Sex. What, you know when I think of the Ace of Wands, what I think of? Literally, there's this great exercise where you like have like the basic image of the card, and then the card disappears, and then a sort of image from your subconscious appears in its place. So it's kind of like your personal way of interpreting that card. And I'll say this with you guys, Scorpio, with the energies of the card. I'll say this with you guys because you guys get sexuality a little bit. When I did that with the Ace of Wands, this wand disappeared, and you know what replaced it? A nice, big, hard, you know what. Because no matter what, the penis is a creative force, right? It brings life. It literally like throbs and pulses when it's excited. You know what I mean? It gets warm and full. I'm gonna stop before you guys get a little too excited. Or maybe I'm just projecting. And that's what's really going on here. But seriously, no, like all jokes aside. Romance, love, sexuality, creativity, passion. Newness in those things, right? New ventures in creativity, new ventures in business, new opportunities for romance in February. February is a super romantic month. I mean, besides the fact that it's Valentine's Day, like for most of the signs that I've done, and I just have the fire signs left to do, most of the signs are like on fire in February. Romance is popping in February. Other things are popping up too. Anyway, I need to stop. But you know, I'm channeling Scorpio energy and y'all guys are freaks. And that's what people love about you. Also, your sister sign. The freaky deakies of the zodiac, Scorpios and Aries. But it's good. Alright, now wrapping up the reading with the Five of Wands in reverse. No more conflict with others. This is Scorpio manifesting your own lane. What other people are doing, what other people saying are of no consequence to you. Petty arguments are nothing. Right? Scorpio has so much at stake, so much in the works. so much to be happy about. That fighting, arguments, little disagreements, people like just like messing with you a little bit, messing with your feelings, that's not gonna happen. February is not gonna see Scorpio falling into their feelings because of like conflicts with others. This is where that power is, right? This is where you guys are rising above any petty conflict. You're killing it, Scorpio. If people fuck with you, if people try to get in your way, it's up to you guys. I'm more of a proclivity to say to let them go, because me and my Libra moon and my Cancer rising and my Gemini just want to act like we're above it and like can't be bothered with it. But Scorpio, like, I know y'all like to like attack sometimes, or at the very least you like to show bitches that stinger. Let them know who they're fucking with. So Scorpio, it's up to you how you handle it. But either way, you're above pettiness. No one, like, I feel like some of you is like, you're not gonna be putting up with bullshit from your exes. Some of you are not gonna be putting up with bullshit from your coworkers. You just have no time for it. There are bigger things at stake, right? Meaning, we come full circle now. The bigger picture is more important. Check a bitch if you have to, but in doing so, it's gonna be a validation that you can't be bothered. Ain't nobody got time for that. At the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. So, waking up to a new beginning. Guys, I just want to show you how many cards we have here. 2 aces, the Fool, the Page of Cups, beginnings, 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 and now Judgment. What's underlying this all? Judgment is ruled by Pluto, your ruling planet. And it's no coincidence that I started off this reading talking about Pluto coming out from the underworld. Do you see what's literally happening in this card? There's a call from the heavens down to these people in these caskets. What did I say from the very beginning? Coming out of the underworld. Rising up to heaven and realizing that you are a god amongst gods. Pluto is here to say, yeah, bitch, you that bitch. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. All right, I'm gonna point the camera down real quick so you guys can take a quick look at the cards, and then we'll pull an outcome card for February. Let's see if we can do this right. Cool. All right, so you guys see how we start off with this focus on the future and what you're building and your potential, and not just what makes money now, but what gives your life meaning. What gives you purpose? What excites you, right? Things are coming to a close. You've kind of reached the pinnacle of where you've been. You've kind of gotten everything out of a situation that you can get, right? Whether that's love or career or whatever, you've kind of gotten everything you can get out of it. And here we have a fresh start. Here we have an influx of romance and passion. Here we have moving above and beyond like other stupid shit. And being above it and being better. Because you're in a place to just create everything you want. Scorpio. What a great reading. You see, this is what I meant when I said I think that there's a dark place, you're coming out of it. If you've been in a dark place, it's done. You did the work, you don't need to heal anymore. Now it's time to move forward. And you know it, and you're feeling it, and you're sensing it. So once again, 8 of Wands as your outcome for February. More passion, more Wands energy, more fire. But now things are happening quickly. So I think Scorpio, if the changes that you want to make right now, they're gonna happen fast. I think again, the sense here, what I got earlier about movement. So whether that's like physical location of movement, moving to a new job or a position, moving out of a place maybe if you're like connected to like a spouse or something that where things aren't working. Kinetic energy with you guys. Powerful movement forward and things happening fast. So this is why I think you feel like this drive that you're capable of having things, because you like sense it and you know that when you put yourself out there, it's gonna happen. I said before, you guys are manifestors. So Scorpio, reach to the sky this month. Like, do things that you might not even feel are possible. Push yourself. Push yourself higher and higher and better. Don't be complacent. Don't be just okay with the way things are. Demand the best because you're capable of having it. And if you start demanding it, it's gonna come. It's gonna come fast, and it's gonna be exciting, and it's gonna get your blood pumping. Scorpio. Again, check out the description if you're interested in private readings, or Instagram as well, and PayPal. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. It means the world to me. Scorpio, like, January was a month where we were just like getting our shit together, and now February is where we take off. And there's just things that like are so beneath you and so much smaller than you right now. Like, you're destined to just be bigger and shine and be dazzling. You are stardust, magnetic, beautiful, dazzling. All right, I'm gonna stop stroking your egos now. It's just because I love you guys so much. You have a great month, and I will talk to you in March. Check out the Aquarius season video. I'll post that link here, as well as my weekly readings. People have been liking those, so you can check out those videos as well. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. You take care. Have the most amazing month, because it's gonna be. All right, bye guys.